What's up, everybody? I'm your host, Big Love, and this is Big Love's Breakdown. So Raw starts out at a different change of pace for a change. I'm just kidding. Stephanie McMahon comes out, and when she comes out, she's basically saying Foley's not here. She's running him down. This is just the eventual process to kick Foley out of the GM spot because he's having hip surgery. And Roman Reigns comes out. All of this is completely original, WWE. Completely original. So Roman Reigns comes out there and he says, "Hey, I want Braun Strowman tonight." Stephanie says, "You're in no condition to compete with Braun Strowman." For whatever reason, the club shows up. She announces a handicap match between Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson versus Roman Reigns right now. Nothing too special in this match. It's pretty much just the club beating up Roman Reigns until the end. When he's going for the spear, Luke Gallows hits him from behind. Both members of the club just start beating the crap out of Roman Reigns at this point before the referee just throws the match out and disqualifies them. Roman Reigns ends up getting the upper hand and actually sends both members of the club running away. The tag team champions look weak against one guy. I know it's Roman Reigns, but come on. He was hurt last week. Why don't we just play off the storyline that he's hurt? I don't. The New Day comes out, and it's going to be Kofi Kingston versus Bo Dallas. Before the match starts, they do their traditional promo, and they actually throw out a social outcast joke at Bo Dallas. Hilarious. They also tell us that they have the blueprints for ice cream. They literally have a piece of paper or a folder that says ice cream blueprints on it. I'm not making this up. And it's in blue font. Bo Dallas gets out the ring, basically dances his way to the blueprints and tears them in two. So the blueprints are gone. Or the folder that had the word blueprints for ice cream is gone. I don't know. Kofi Kingston hits the SOS on Bo Dallas and wins the match. I'm kind of hoping we get New Day ice cream, to be honest with you. I was hoping for CM Punk ice cream back in the day. Then we have an interview with Neville in the back. He's just basically saying that he's going to beat Jack Gallagher. Jack Gallagher shows up, makes a couple smart remarks. Then he goes to the ring to have a match with Noam Dar, escorted by Alicia Fox. This is kind of a short match. The commentary was hilarious. Both Austin Aries and Corey Graves poked fun at the way Noam Dar says Alicia Fox. Jack Gallagher gets the win after the headbutt and the running drop kick in the corner. So then Samoa Joe arrives in a limo with Triple H. Emelina actually makes her debut tonight. She comes out in a beautiful dress, so we know she's not wrestling. And she says, "The transformation from Emma to Emelina is complete, and it took 17 long weeks." Sure it wasn't 170 weeks? I don't know. She then proceeds to say the retransformation from Emelina to Emma starts now. What? I just want to see her wrestle. I don't care. Stop with all this. What the... Anyway. I'm going to move on because I can't explain it, and I don't even think she can explain it. Backstage, Kevin Owens and Y2J are having a conversation when Triple H walks up and says, "Hey, I need to speak with you, Kev, in private." Next up, the Battle of the Bulls, Braun Strowman versus Mark Henry. I love seeing Mark Henry wrestle, but if we're being realistic here, I don't think anybody thought Braun Strowman was going to lose this match. They did make it a little interesting. Mark Henry tries the World's Strongest Slam, but Braun Strowman kind of shifts his weight to counter it, and Mark Henry just falls over. Braun Strowman was very impressive. He actually picked up Mark Henry for the power slam, gets the 1-2-3. After the match, Roman Reigns comes out, as we can expect. He wasn't allowed to interfere in the match, but as soon as the match was over, burner, darn it, you know. Roman Reigns comes out and actually looks like he's going to get the better of Braun Strowman at first before Braun Strowman counters into the power slam and lays Roman Reigns out. Cole has a sit-down backstage interview with Samoa Joe, dressed in his suit. It's basically a Triple H interview. He asked him a lot of questions about Triple H. Hey, Samoa Joe's right here. Why do you want to know about Triple H? Samoa Joe actually says this, and he looks like he's getting pretty pissed off as the interview continues. I was honestly kind of hoping for an old school when JR used to interview people like Mankind and Kane, and then they would churn on them. I was kind of hoping to see something like that. I mean, how crazy would it have been to see Samoa Joe attacking Michael Cole in an interview? The one main thing I took out of this interview was he basically called Sami Zayn complacent and he was going to be nothing like that. He was here to take. So we have Sami Zayn versus Rusev. I was expecting this to be a slightly better match. For the most part, this match is just Rusev beating the crap out of Sami Zayn. It's Rusev just taking Sami Zayn to Pound Town. Not the same Pound Town he probably takes Lana to. Sami Zayn pulls out this match. I mean, I figured he was going to win, but the way it was going down, it was out of nowhere. So then Sami Zayn gets interviewed by Charlie at the top of the entrance ramp. He basically calls out Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe attacks him from the side. He comes over by the announcer table area, and he ends up beating the crap out of Sami Zayn. He puts him in the Coquina clutch, and he's basically saying, respect my name, respect my name. All I could think of was the Birdman Breakfast Club interview. Put some respect on it. So I'm sure by now most people have heard that Teddy Long is the new entrant to the Hall of Fame. He had his little vignette tonight, and I gotta say it was pretty entertaining. They actually said at one point Teddy Long had a vernacular like nobody else. Holla holla, playa. So congratulations, Teddy Long. Next up, we have Akira Tozawa versus Arya Daivari with the Brian Kendrick at commentary. This was a decent match. The ending sequence was probably the best part of this match. Akira Tozawa standing switch to the German. He has probably the best German suplex I've ever seen. I don't care what anybody says. Tozawa's thing in the ring is weird. Next up is the Festival of Friendship. Now, going into this, I thought this was going to be cheesy. I didn't know what to expect from this, and don't get me wrong, it was cheesy, but it was hilarious. Chris Jericho comes out in his best suit, cape, I don't know what it was. Kevin Owens looks indifferent this whole time, like from the moment he steps out. There's showgirls lined up the entranceway. Jericho ends up giving him a statue that allegedly costs $7,000. It's really weird. It kind of looks like a DNA molecule with two heads that are about to kiss. I guess it was supposed to represent their friendship. He gives him a painting. It's basically the Sistine Chapel where they're touching hands, only it's Jericho and Kevin Owens basically nude. He says that Kevin Owens could hang it up in his house. I don't think anybody's hanging that up in their house, but then he brings out a magician named Friendship the Magician. And Kevin Owens is like, my son just got a magic kit and can do these same tricks. Chris Jericho is like, you're going to make the list because you didn't impress Kevin Owens. And he tells Kevin Owens that he found him on Craigslist. Sorry. Then he says, I know what you really want. You really want me to beat up Goldberg for you. So he calls out Goldberg. Now, if anybody's ever seen WWE, you knew Goldberg wasn't coming out. And who comes out? I'm not joking, it's Gillberg. Gillberg was in the arena. Kevin Owens runs out the ring and beats up Gillberg. It was pretty hilarious. Chris Jericho even makes a comment that he thought it was pretty funny. And it was. So after that, Chris Jericho just assures Kevin Owens that he's going to be there to help him beat Goldberg at Fastlane. And Kevin Owens says, oh, well, hey, buddy, I know you're going to be there for me, and I got you something. And he gives him a box, and he says, I got you a new list. And when Jericho actually looks at the list, he says, wait, why is my name on the list? And when he pulls it up, it actually says the list of Kevin Owens, or the list of KO. And then Kevin Owens just beats the living hell out of Jericho. I was shocked. I knew it was coming. I just didn't know it was going to happen at the Festival of Friendship. He power bombs him on the ring apron, as he normally does, and then puts him through what they called the TV monitor. It did not look like a TV monitor. It did not break like a TV monitor, but he puts him through what's supposed to be a TV monitor. Jericho is carted out and taken to the hospital. I guess the friendship between Jericho and Kevin Owens is over. Maybe that's what him and Triple H were talking about earlier in the evening. So then after that craziness, we had Enzo versus Cesaro. Cesaro just shows his power for the majority of this match and ends up beating Enzo with a uppercut. I guess they're just building towards the tag team title triple threat match. So they announced that next week, Big Show versus Braun Strowman is going to happen. I don't think Big Show's going to win, and if he does, it's not going to be clean. What a great match. Bayley versus Charlotte for the Raw Women's Championship. Wow. This match was amazing, guys. At one point, Charlotte does a moonsault off the barricade on the outside, and it looks like she just crushes Bayley. Now, before that actually happened, Charlotte whipped Bayley into the bottom turnbuckle in the back of her head and neck. This match was brutal. Both of these girls had an aggressive mean streak in this match. Bayley delivers a couple springboards. She even does a Macho Man elbow drop and a Hurricane Rana off the top rope. It felt like it was Bayley's night, and then Dana Brooke comes out, and Dana Brooke kind of distracts Bayley for a moment and actually even hits her at one point when Bayley puts the figure 4 in on Charlotte. So Charlotte puts on the figure 8, and I thought it was pretty much over from there, but guess who comes out? Sasha Banks with a crutch. She levels Dana Brooke, catches Charlotte in what looked like the throat or the chest. The referee didn't see it. He was too preoccupied with Bayley. Bayley hits the Bayley to belly. We have a new Raw Women's Champion. Hug life. I'm excited for her. Charlotte always seems to put on great matches with whoever she's paired up with. I hope they don't do the typical Charlotte wins the title back at Fastlane because she's the pay-per-view queen. I'm guessing that's what's going to happen, but wow, what an amazing title match. What an amazing end to Raw. So yeah, Raw was okay. For the most part, Raw was it wasn't bad, but there wasn't anything too special happening. The Festival of Friendship and then the Raw Women's title match definitely brought the caliber of the show up, or the grade of the show up. So congratulations once again, Bayley. Congratulations, Teddy Long, for being the new inductee to the Hall of Fame. So hey, what did y'all think of Raw tonight? Did y'all think it was good, bad? What was your take on Raw? What do you think about Bayley as the new Raw Women's Champ? Let me know in the comments below. Like my video, subscribe to my channel, share with all your friends and on all of social media. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Until next time, this is Big Love's Breakdown. I got 2 words for you. Stay tuned.